very small, but very useful. And it's not just water that this works with. It's a lot of water-based materials like concrete, water-based paint, mud, and also some refined oils as well. You can see the difference. Moving on to the next demonstration, we've taken a pane of glass and we've coated the outside of it, we've framed it with the nanotechnology coating. And we're going to pour this green tinted water inside the middle, and you're going to see it's going to spread out on glass like you normally think it would, except when it hits the coating, it stops. And I can't even coax it to leave. It's that afraid of the water. So what's going on here? What's happening? Well, the surface of the spray coating is actually filled with nanoparticles that form a very rough and craggly surface. You'd think it'd be smooth, but it's actually not. And it has billions of interstitial spaces. And those spaces, along with the nanoparticles, reach up and grab the air molecules and cover the surface with air. It's an umbrella of air all across it. And that layer of air is what the water hits, the mud hits, the concrete hits, and it glides right off. So if I put this inside this water here, you can see a silver reflective coating around it. And that silver reflective coating is the layer of air that's protecting the water from touching the paddle, and it's dry. So what are the applications?
So yeah, he says, goes on to talk about some of the applications. And one of the biggest ones where I think of where Nanolock was used is in a microwave popcorn container. Basically, they had to find a container that would hold oil or butter without soaking into the package. It can take freezing, obviously it takes the microwave, but even when it blows up and pops the popcorn, the lining on the inside to prevent it from soaking in is Nanolock technology. All of our cell phones have Nanolock technology on the screen to keep the grease from our face from soaking in. Nanolock is used in a lot of different places now. But those are some of the biggest areas that we see that is used. And in 2015, that's when we started using it on our carpet, which makes it resist urine. Kids, when they spill, it's just the Nanolock, what it's done is made it easier to clean. Our carpet has always been, stain resistant. You would never stain the carpet. Now that we put Nanolock technology on there in 2015 when we introduced it, it basically makes it 3 to 5 times easier to clean than any well-treated nylon. And that's the reason we put Nanolock on there. So yeah, I talked about the rough craggly surface. Is basically a layer of air that encapsulates the fiber and what allows it to float or resist stains from soaking into the carpet. This is a video that I did on a wear demo, but I did a stain demo on it. And what I did here, on the first one you're going to see, I took basically ketchup, mustard, chocolate syrup, wine, and straight food coloring, and I made a bullseye on each one of them. Then I took a glove, I rubbed it in, and let it sit for 24 hours. And I did that for 24 hours to simulate any pet stains, any spills that you could have forgotten about that possibly could soak into your carpet. Then I came back the next day with you can see I'm using a non-approved carpet cleaner, but basically what I did is I boiled the water to get the water hot enough. And I just used a Bissell carpet cleaner. I did the same number of passes up and down the middle to get this carpet clean. And what I did after that, the SmartStrand came totally clean. I wanted to take it to retailers, and I realized I have sticky ketchup on the outside and stuff, so I made 2 passes on the outside of it. And that's the pieces when I go around to retailers, I can show them how SmartStrand is easier to clean, how easy it does come clean. But that's basically a wear demo that I did a stain demo on, and I used just average household materials that could cause stains in your carpet. So the last thing I want to talk about is the OEcoTech certification. And people that have bad allergies know exactly what the OEcoTech certification is. And there's 5 levels to this OEcoTech certification. And level 1 has to do with anything with an infant. Infant clothing, bedding, blankets, that type of materials, all has to meet the most stringent testing to meet OEcoTech certification level number 1. You cannot have any chemicals or harmful substances in the product whatsoever. And this is basically, this certifies that SmartStrand meets that level 1 certification. And you can see Pottery Barn, they have a special section where they have a lot of other materials that, you know, people that have allergies, bedding, that type of thing. But if you have somebody that comes in with allergies, SmartStrand is the only carpet you want to go to. Basically, if somebody comes in and says they have allergies and they want to go to hard surface, there's a misconception out there that going to hard surface is better for you. Well, it's actually the opposite. Carpet in general can act as a filter until you vacuum your carpet, because hard surface, unless you're cleaning it every day, basically when you walk over it, you're creating a vortex around you and you're stirring up all those allergens and stuff in the air again, and you're breathing those in. Well, carpet will act as a filter until you do vacuum, and especially SmartStrand with the anti-static and anti-soil, everything being built into the carpet, it'll never wash or wear off. It releases more dust, dirt, and allergens out of the carpet than any well-treated nylon right off the bat. And it's the only carpet that will meet level 1 certification. And this is basically the paperwork that states that SmartStrand meets level 1 certification. And you can see, you know, 37% renewable ingredients. We basically mix corn in there to help keep costs down. And they test it for over 300 potentially dangerous substances, and they find that there is 0 harmful chemicals or substances in SmartStrand, and is the only carpet that will meet level 1 certification. Wool is on the OEcoTech certification also, but it's on level 4. And wool is 100% natural fiber, but in order to be higher on the list, they would have to test every sheep when it ate the pesticides the neighbor put on in order to make wool even higher. But SmartStrand is the only carpet that meets level 1 certification. So that is the end of my demonstration here. Thank you for your time, and remember, SmartStrand does have the best pet warranties. We have everything is built into the fiber 100%. The OEcoTech certification, we always tell people if they have kids, pets, or allergies, SmartStrand is the best carpet you can sell them. Thank you.